Hey, it's your friend Choice CJ here, and this is my Week 5 match for the UPC. You might be confused by what you see on the screen here. We see a username of Arizona Dactyls. So we are indeed going up against 681 Shadow's team. His team is the Connecticut Krookodiles. But he's unfortunately feeling really sick, and so we were able to arrange for a substitute. And our buddy Volume here is going to be subbing in for Shadow. So, you know, I really didn't want him to have to forfeit because that just sucks. And, you know, I really want to be able to put up a battle. That's like the biggest thing. So, big shout outs to Volume for helping us out. I'll be dropping his channel info down in the description, or Twitter info, whatever info is relevant here. He, I believe, is a coach in CPC Season 3. But anyway, let's hop right into this battle. So he's brought Rotom Heat, Landorus, Seismitoad, Altaria, Sneasel, and Togekiss. So one of the things that I'm definitely most worried about is the Sneasel. I don't have a ton of really awesome answers to it, especially since I'm not packing Heavy Slam on Celesteela. So I do a Flash Cannon in case he's something cheeky like Cotton Guard. I'm going to be able to hit him down, you know, maybe eventually get some sort of drops on him. In terms of leads, I'm not sure what I want to lead with. I could just lead with Latias. That seems okay. Because it's good against 1, 2, 3 members of the team. I could lead as well. This is, yeah, definitely tough. I think I'm just gonna lead with Rhydon, and if I can get up rocks quickly, that's gonna help me a lot because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 weaknesses. At least Altaria before it Mega Evolves. And this is pretty good against some of his likely leads, such as Rotom and Togekiss. So let's just go ahead and lead with that, and then I think in the back I'm going to what do I want to disguise this as? That's a good question. Because what do I want to try and smack? Let's go with McGregor in the back here. So let's try that. Okay. Alright, and somehow he, somehow I finished making my decision before him, so that's okay. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so he does lead with Seismitoad, which is not awesome, but we have some options here. Main thing I think I want to do right away. So going Latias is pretty obvious. Latias I have to be really careful with because it can get trapped by Sneasel pretty easily. And I want to keep that for Landorus because Landorus is a huge threat if it's something like Rock Polish. So let's see how this goes. I'm expecting something just like I'm just expecting like either Scald or Toxic. So let's go Latias. My plan here is to double out. Pretty much regardless of what he does. There's a good chance he just goes for rocks here. I do have Rapid Spin this week, and he has no Spin Blocker because he did not bring Gourgeist. This is not his only rocker, like quote unquote, but it's his main rocker. I should also just kind of go and open up the calc here in a minute, and he does go for a knockoff. We can open up that calc in a moment here. So yeah, so expecting the Sneasel, I think I'm going to double into McGregor. I think that's my play. Well, let's see. Because is he going to go straight into Sneasel is the question. What else can this Pokemon reasonably do to me? Because like I don't think there's any chance that he stays in here. He could be fearing like Energy Ball or something like that. So if he doesn't go into, so if he doesn't stay in with this, he could go into Togekiss, I suppose. Otherwise, maybe he goes for like Ice Punch or something. If he goes Togekiss, I'm pretty happy with McGregor anyway, because we can get off a Bullet Punch, and I do want to calc and see. Hitmonchan, Togekiss. It does not do a lot. Goodness, why do you stink? Another reasonable middle ground play is to go into Celesteela. Maybe I'll do that, because he also doesn't have a great switch in for Leech Seed, so I can get off a nice hit that way. If he goes just for knockoff again, that's gonna be pretty stinky, because I don't want to lose my Occa Berry. And then his natural switch-ins to Celesteela are basically just Rotom. Yeah, we're gonna have to be really, really careful with Latias. Latias is extremely pressured in this game. It's extremely, extremely pressured. By the Rotom, by the Landers, and by the Seismitoad. So that's why it's gonna be nice to get up rocks like as soon as possible. Okay, so he does show the Ice Punch. So no problem, we'll just Leech Seed. Or do we Giga Drain? And that is probably defensive Rotom, just based on his team. It's like the best thing to handle Celesteela. I do think that Leech Seed is my best play. Let's go into the calc and see Celesteela versus Seismitoad. Yeah, Giga Drain's not an OHKO, so let's just go for the safe play and Leech Seed. Yeah, for him to go for Ice Punch there, it's kind of curious. Like, it does, like, 30-ish% to Latias. It just doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, so it definitely stinks that... Alright, and that definitely stinks too. So, what are you going to do about that? But if he wants to stay in with the Seismitoad, I'm just going to Giga Drain him. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely stinks. But hey, it's alright. And going for Leech Seed again wouldn't be bad. But maybe he's thinking that I don't have Giga Drain now. Maybe he's just happy to try and weaken me. Yeah, Occa Berry would still be nice to take Fire Blast from Altaria a little better. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, well, hopefully we can finish this battle quickly and figure out what's going on. Okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. Okay. And we can finish this. I don't really know what to say. Hopefully this works out. I just say, let's just try to power through. Okay, so he makes the play into Rotom, which is fine. Got a little bit of health back. Again, I'm thinking that this is defensive, and in fact, we can calc the damage. Rotom Heat defensive. Yeah, so that's looking at least max HP. So I'm thinking he's going to have Wisp, in which case Marowak's my best play. As he does go for the Wisp. Alright, no problem. So how much does a Shadow Ball from the defensive Rotom do to me? To a max HP. Not a lot. We can 2-hit KO with that thing. It's just a question of, do I predict him to switch out? Because there's a reasonable chance he doesn't even have Shadow Ball. Let's do that. As we get off a burn on the Toad. Okay. So let's go back into Celesteela and toss off a Leech Seed, I think. This Pokemon's proving to be extremely annoying, but at least it's somewhat neutralized now, and he does get up his rocks. So his last move is probably Scald, if I were to guess. Yeah, this timer thing is freaking me out. Alright, so we do hit the seeds that time, so that's nice. You can't, so I showed my obvious switch in. I don't mind that much if Rhydon gets burned. I don't love it, but I think I'm fine with it. Or as he doubles into Lando, which is definitely scary. So I kind of don't want to let this thing do anything. How much is it gonna take from me? Probably not a lot. Because I just don't want him to rock polish. Alright, we can at least get off a clean 50% if he decides to rock polish. If he earth powers, then I probably die. Okay, so he goes for U-turn, so he's not rock polish in all likelihood, which is a-okay with me. And nothing that he can switch in here really appreciates the Stone Edge, except for Toad. Like, Toad's probably his best play. And that is what he goes into. We got off a crit, which definitely sucks for him. Like, he's gotta have the water move. I'm just gonna get up rocks. Because rocks are just so nice for his team. He's probably thinking I'm nuts. Now I'm gonna go Latias. Oh man. Yeah, like this thing, well, it's valuable versus Rotom for sure, but I've got two other good checks to that. Alright, now he goes for the Earth Power. I'm gonna Roost. I don't love this play, because Sneasel is so obvious, and my Roost is so obvious. Alright, so he stays in. I guess he's going to U-turn. Yeah, so he goes into the Sneasel. I should have just Ice Beamed. Now what are you gonna do? That's it shows to me as well. So I outsped him, which is definitely interesting. Yeah, that was I think going for Roost was a misplay for sure. Because yeah, now he can easily do this, and I don't have really any checks for this thing. Because he can Pursuit. How much is Icicle Crash gonna do? Yeah, I'm really wishing I just... well, I mean, if I just Ice Beamed, then he could have gone to Sneasel anyway, but Latias at least would have done his job at that point. Sneasel. So Icicle Crash still does a ton. Also, this is not my Latias, because, unfortunately... yeah, give me just one sec, guys. I'm going to do a quick... Okay, so we're back. I've got my set in, and it still does a ton here. I don't think I have a choice but to switch out. I can roost up on the Rotom. That's really my only play. Alright, so he does not Pursuit. Does he, like, SD? He goes for Knock Off, knocks off that thing, which I'm okay with. He still doesn't have anything that really appreciates Stone Edge, so... And interestingly, he did not show Life Orb. Is he Sash? Let's see. knockoff did that much. Yeah, so I think he's Focus Sash. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna Stone Edge. I'm pretty sure that Icicle Crash is gonna kill us here. If he hits. Which, I mean, I hope he hits, obviously. I wouldn't want him to miss. But yeah, this is definitely tricky here. Definitely tricky. Losing Rhydon also means I lose one of my best checks to Togekiss. So I'm going to have to be weary of that. He goes into the Toad. Perfectly fine play. I could go into Hitmonchan here and try and spin. I kind of like that. Just because there's not a whole lot that he can do. Yeah, that definitely does not do a lot. Let's spin. As he goes for knockoff, knocks off my Life Orb. Alright, let's just go ahead and CC. And even though we don't have a Life Orb anymore, hopefully this still does good damage. And it does knock him out. So we don't have to deal with rocks this game, which is really my only objective. So in terms of Pokemon that he can go into, like, it's really nice having rocks up here. I feel like I haven't been prioritizing rocks this season. But here, having them up is really quite nice. Yeah, I think we're just going to try and get damage off on this thing, plus I want to scout what sort of set it is. If he's max HP, it does, like, probably 25% or so, which I guess is better than nothing. But otherwise, my switch into this is kind of weakened. And now that... Okay, so it does 28%, which is pretty nice. Okay, so he does take us out. Cool. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that is... Let's just do a quick calc. -1 Spadef. Togekiss. Flamethrower. Okay, so it killed... So 57.4. So he does seem to be offensive. Whether he's Scarf or not, I'm not sure, because I don't know. I'd rather go into this thing. And he no longer has a Stone Edge switch in. If he switches it up and goes for Grass Knot here, that's fine. I can go into my Zoroark. And, okay, so he's going to be hopefully taking some big damage with this thing. Ooh, yeah, that is big damage. Big damage. What do I want to do here? I still think I'm fine with sacking it off. Well, I don't know, am I? I need all of my defensive answers in this game. Yeah, but he can just easily U-turn into Sneasel. As he does U-turn again. Like, I'm not going to allow my Lottie to be trapped. It's just not happening. He probably thinks I'm such a scrub. Which he's not wrong about. Okay. Now this thing is even less valuable. I got another crit. That really stinks. Yeah, but seriously, this guy must think I'm like a total idiot leaving Rhydon in. And it's not useless versus his team. Like, Togekiss and Rotom are pretty well checked by Rhydon. But so a Marowak does the same job. And I just can't let him set up at all with the Landorus. It's just, I'm not playing around with it. And especially when the U-turn is so obvious, you know, he can go in, get off a good 25% or so with his Latios, and then get his Sneasel in. Either get off a Pursuit or a big knockoff. Like, I'm just not going to let it happen. If I were him now, I think the play is to go... You can either go Landorus or Sneasel. Either is fine. So yeah, he does go Sneasel. I'm just going to EQ. He goes for Fake Out. Get a little chip. Alright, he does take me out with that. So my only play really is to go into this guy. And I think I'm going to Flash Cannon. I could Leech Seed. Let's see. I'm not surprised that Sneasel is the hardest Pokemon for my team to deal with. Icicle Crash doesn't do that much. I'm no longer this thing. Yeah, let's just not mess around, and I think a Flash Cannon is going to kill Landorus anyway. As he does go with a Rotom. He's going to get some chip. A good play for him here is to double into his Landorus. I'm kind of mad. I don't think I got the right speed EVs on this Zoroark. I'm going to make kind of a crazy play and double into Zoroark. As he goes for Volt Switch. Oh, wow. How did that do so much? He's Life Orb. What? I guess he's max... max HP Life Orb. That's a pretty good set. Yeah, I don't have a play versus Sneasel, really. This is really tricky. Do I want to sack it or do I want to go Behemoth? I'm going to sack this. He's just going to Fake Out. Most likely. Just because it goes before my potential Sucker Punch. He does Fake Out, that's fine. Volt switching from him was pretty bold, I think. But yeah, let's just Seed. As he goes for a big Icicle Crash, and he gets the flinch. All right, good, good for him. That's definitely deserved. How much does Giga Drain do? Giga Drain does kill. So as long as we get no second flinch, which we don't. Alright, but now Altaria is looking really, really scary. I might straight up lose to Altaria. No worries, man. Yeah, that Altaria is looking really problematic. And just go for a big Dark Pulse, but at least he dies. Okay, so the only play here is to go for a Shadow Bone. How much is this gonna do? I could go for Wisp, but I'm gonna go for Shadow Bone. He does go for EQ. Yeah, he might end up pulling this out. Because I assume he has Fire Blast. Maybe if he misses a Fire Blast, that's really our only chance. This is where sacking the Zoroark is pretty crappy. Also, if he just has Flamethrower instead of Fire Blast, then he wins. Because I assume there's no way that Latias can kill Altaria from full, and I don't think there's any way that we survive a return. This is coming down to the wire. Yeah, I wish I'd saved Zoroark, because then I could come in here and I could clean up. Well, I don't know, I use that term loosely. The fact that he hasn't clicked his fire move immediately makes me think he doesn't have it. Altaria. It's a roll from Adamant against my spread. He goes for the body slam. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No! Ah! Let's try and get into this game. Oh no, shit. 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 No. Shit. Alright, hang on one sec, we'll figure this out. Okay, so we're back. So, in case you didn't like catch what was going on there at the end of that battle, the Celesteela was in versus the Altaria. Altaria goes for body slam, gets a paralysis, and then gets a full para on the Celesteela. So, the Celesteela got flinched from Icicle Crash, took a big chunk of damage, got paralyzed, and then got full para'd, and was going to go down to the next body slam. So definitely sucks. You know, there's no way to get around it. But, you know, I'm not mad about it because Volume was only doing, he was only making his best play. Icicle Crash is 100% the play versus Celesteela. He has no other switch in. It's the move that hits me the strongest, so that's fine. And then, assuming that he did not have the fire move, his only play against the only play against Celesteela is to try and para it. And he got it. So, again, you know, best plays. And, you know, even having, like, Fire Blast or something is not bulletproof because it does have the chance to miss. So, like, that was, if he does have that, then yeah, that's the better play. But, that's neither here nor there, and I don't think he had it, just based on the way he played it. Now we're here. We kind of recreated this battle so that the Latias is in versus the Altaria. With my investment and his investment, he's, I'm pretty sure, max attack Adamant with no HP. And my Latias has no special attack investment. If I hit him with the Ice Beam here, the only way I can kill is if I either get a crit or he gets frozen and does not thaw immediately. Because then I can get off a second Ice Beam, no problem. Landorus has already shown to be slower than Latias, and we can then kill it with Ice Beam. So this is what it comes down to. Can we rebound from all of our hacks and get either a crit or a freeze on this Altaria? Let's hit the play button and find out. He Mega Evolves, and no, we do not get it. We do a clean 59%, but that is not good enough, and Body Slam definitely kills us. So, and then at this point, it doesn't matter. I just had a Marowak in here with rocks because I wanted to get the Altaria down to 75% or so. So what that does mean is we're going to take a 2-0 loss. Definitely a bummer, considering that we should have had a 2-0 victory without all those hacks. But again, I'm not mad about it. Volume was only doing the best thing he could in terms of the highest probability of him winning. And I honestly rather would have had this than a forfeit, just because then that's really no fun. I will say I'm pretty grateful that I was recording during the battle because I did not get a replay. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Shout outs to Shadow and Volume both great guys, and we're gonna have to try and rebound next week. We are back down to 2 and 3, below 500, but again, I don't feel too bad. What are you gonna do? So thanks for watching. Make sure you check back to the channel for more gaming and Pokemon content, and until the next time, I'll see you guys later.